was wrong, baby, take me back. Yeah, I was super wrong about this guy. Hello, everybody, TK Guillotine here, and today I'm talking about Kingdom Warpath because, man, I was wrong about this figure. Now, granted, the only thing I ever really said about this figure that I didn't like was that I didn't like his transformation, but, I was wrong. I was so wrong. So, let's talk about Kingdom Warpath. Alright, here is Kingdom Warpath. He is absolutely a phenomenal, representation of Warpath from G1. I think the look of him is 100% perfect. I think he literally looks like Warpath walked out of the screen. He's so damn perfect. He even has the little tread cable that he had in the show, his tread legs, he has this giant turret chest right there, his awesome like ninja head sculpt. Pretty much a perfect G1 Warpath. Absolutely no kibble whatsoever. The backpack is perfectly clean. Just a phenomenal looking Warpath. Seriously, they really hit it. They really hit the nail on the head here. And I have been really loving these like deluxe class updates to the mini bots. I think for the most part, I think most of them have been really great. The only one I have not been 100% feeling was Huffer because he had some pretty major issues in my opinion, but yeah. This is great, and I hope they continue. And in Prime vs. Prime's new video, he said that they need to do a brawn. And yes, that is a great point. I can't believe I never thought about that. They need to do a brawn. We need to get a brawn, man. That is very necessary because he's one of those weird ass Autobots that no one ever knows of, but he's always there no matter what. He was in the Bumblebee movie for crying out loud. Like, yeah, we need a brawn. So yeah, that better be coming, Hasbro. But yes, I think that this is a really awesome thing that they are updating the mini bots. I hope they do my favorite mini bot, which is Beachcomber, although I will always be satisfied with the Power of the Primes Legends class because it's dope. But yeah, a Beachcomber would be freaking awesome. But yeah. I love this Warpath. Things to talk about, his articulation is fantastic. He's got a nice ball joint at the head, nice movement. Arms are really good. He's got 90-degree bend. He's got some swivels in the hands, which is lovely and something you don't always see, even when they should have it. Studio Series 86 Cup. Legs have really great articulation, and obviously the signature WFC Trilogy ankle tilt right there, which is just wonderful. Knee bend right there. You can extend his turret out of his chest right there if you want to. Obviously, the turret is blast effect compatible. One tip, if you find that his turret isn't staying in, just push it up a little bit and there you go. Perfect. That is all you have to do. So yeah, overall, I really have zero complaints with the robot mode until we get to the parts forming these. This is my one complaint with this figure now. This piece sucks. After mastering the transformation, this is officially the only thing wrong with this figure. This is garbage. Like, if you watch a Perspective End video, he put it better than I could ever. So just go watch Perspective End's review of this after you watch this video, of course, because, you know, you want to watch my video, right? Right? You want to, okay. Anyway, yeah, just go watch his video, and, because I would pretty much just be repeating exactly what he said. This is just pointless, and it feels like this is just really dumb, and there could have just been a more solid tab together in the tank mode, which we'll talk about more when we get to the tank mode. But this piece is really ugly. It doesn't look good anywhere you put it. I mean, you put it there, it doesn't look bad, but he looks 10 times better without it. And then you put it, and then you can put it back here. Once again, it doesn't look bad, but he looks 10 times better without it. Even if you bring it off to the side, like, you can do that, and then it's hid for the most part. But if you do that, you completely lose your back articulation on this side. This side can do it, and this side can't. Either way you put it, which is just, I mean, like, it's bleh. I don't like it at all because, like, I've got him on the shelf, and I have this parts forming piece over there in my drawer, and now that I've mastered his transformation, I'm gonna be transforming him more, and I'm gonna have to walk over to my drawer and get this out of the damn accessory drawer every single time I want to transform him now, which is just awful. It's terrible because I want him to look good and not have an ugly ass little flap hanging off of him. So yeah, that is pretty much my one complaint with this guy now. But I think that will just about do it for the robot mode for Warpath. I think he is phenomenal. Real quick comparison, obviously I think one that we absolutely must show is obviously with Optimus Prime right here. So there he is with Optimus Prime. Perfect scale in my opinion, obviously. I think they definitely nailed it. Really, just, you know, once again, I can say this over and over again ad nauseum. We are living in the golden age of Transformers right now. So, and my goodness gracious, I gotta tell you, after watching Prime vs. Prime's new review, I cannot fucking wait to see what Hasbro has planned for 2022. Go watch that video if you haven't. That was a really good video. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what Hasbro's planned for 2022. So yeah, there is Warpath's robot mode. Let's transform him now. And my goodness, this transformation is so much better than I ever gave it credit for. So let's do it. Alright, we're gonna want to fold his arms forward and bring them up just like that. We're going to want to take this little back flap here, and we're just going to want to untab this piece from the back just so it's untabbed, and then we'll just bring it back up and just don't tab it back in. Bring it back down there, and then we're going to take this arm assembly. You can see the arms are on this one assembly here, and this piece is going to untab from the torso right here. It's a little difficult to do because there's not really a good place to grab it to get it pushed out. Once you get it out just like that, you see it swings down, and you just want to get that little flap there through there, and it's really not all that hard. This is one of the pieces of the transformation I originally really didn't like, but you just got to get it through. It kind of folds down and then fold it through just like that. Bring it up and then just pop out the little flap piece right there, and then bring it back down and make sure everything is in its proper resting pace, and just bring that down, and there you go. There you have that back flap all filled out. Now we're going to do the legs. Well, actually, first what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this piece down, and we're actually going to take the turret and we're just going to extend it just like that. Just going to want to extend it to where it locks in place right there. As you see, there's no wobble whatsoever. And then we're just going to take his head and fold it into the turret, and then bring that piece up and lock it together just like that. Now we're going to do the legs. Now, this is where I hate this transformation originally. Once you figure this out, this is actually super easy, barely an inconvenience, and honestly, with it being the only thing about this transformation that I really hated doing, with that not being a problem anymore, I have basically no issues with this figure anymore. So, let's get into this, other than that parts forming piece. Fuck that piece. But yeah, let's get into this. So the legs, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take this back flap here, bring it out just like that, and then you're going to take this entire piece with the foot, and you're going to bring that all the way around just like that, and then come back here and take this little flap and extend that out, and just bring that up just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring the foot, you can see the foot is going to raise up, and it's going to lock in place right there, just like that. And then you're going to take the leg, and you see the leg is just like that. You're just going to bring the leg right there. You're just going to take that, make sure the flap is disconnected from the leg, get all that unconnected, and then bring down that little flap all the way just like that, and then take the leg, get his leg out of the way so you can see here, take the leg and just push it in there, and it will lock in place. And there you have one leg all done just like that. See? Smooth as a whistle. You just have to figure it out. And once you've mastered this transformation, you will be able to do it perfectly every single time. So, once again, what you're going to do, take the foot. We're going to pop this piece forward just like that. Take the foot, fold it around, bring that piece up like 90 degrees, and then clip those together, bring the foot up, and it will peg in place just like that. Fold this entire piece out just a little bit, so you can take this flap, bring it down, and it will peg in place just like that. So you have that going on, and then to finish, take the leg and just push it in to that little cavity just like that, and bring it back around, and there you go. There you have Warpath's legs all done. Nothing went off with not a hitch, man. It's really not a bad transformation at all. It's very smooth and very fun to do. All you have to do is get the hang of it, master that transformation, and he's perfect. It really is the gold standard Warpath. So, there we have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tread sections here. These are just going to fold out. You can see one folds up, and you can just take this piece and fold it out from there, bring it down, and then it will peg into these little tiny pegs down there in the arm. So you have that going on just like that. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So once again, this piece is just going to fold out, and then you bring it down, and it will peg in place just like that. Now what we're going to do is you can see that the legs are, the way that the legs are moved now, the knee joint is inward, and we can actually move that knee joint in, which will allow us to bring the arm in, and it will allow us to peg them into that little spot right there, and then bring the leg back out, and you can see it will tab in place just like that along the tread and fill out the rest of the tread just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this piece. Once again, fold it forward so we can bring in the arm and peg it into place. Bring the leg up, straighten him out, and then peg that into place just like that. And there you have the tank mode all done. But to finish it off, we take this piece of crap little parts forming piece, and we just peg it into the bottom down there, because you can see there's this giant crack down the front of Warpath's tank mode, and to fix that, we just take the parts forming piece here and we just peg it in to these little slots. And if you'll excuse me, I need a drink. Alright, so we tab that piece in right there, and that is once again supposed to fix that. But if we bring it back forward, oh, look at that! There's still a giant crack in the back there. Wow! How useful is that? That shitty parts forming piece that didn't have to exist in the first place, because there could have just been a more solid tab right there, and it doesn't even do its job perfectly. Alright, but with that being said, there you have Warpath's awesome tank mode. And yeah, it's awesome. It's a tiny little deluxe class red tank, and it looks fantastic, and I love everything about it. It has great articulation, it's got a swivel at the turret, and it has upward depress. It's really, really wonderful. Other than the fact that the damn you put a parts forming piece in there, a parts forming piece that didn't need to be in there in the first place, and it can't even do its job properly. Unbelievable. And yes, it's tabbed in. Everything is tabbed in the damn piece. It's locked in there. It doesn't do its job. It had one job and it didn't do it. But with that being said, I think I have made a pretty good case for why I actually think this Warpath is kind of phenomenal. He's pretty awesome. I will say I do still kind of stand by my ranking I put him at when I ranked Kingdom Wave 1. I do still kind of stand by that. I do think he's a hell of a lot better than he was when I made that video, because I've mastered the transformation now. But yeah, dynamite figure. I can't recommend him enough, honestly. He's really fantastic. So there you go. Let me know in the comments down below. What is your guys' thoughts on Kingdom Warpath? I would love to know. Do you hate that parts forming piece as much as I do? Is there even a little crack at the back of Warpath's front there? Let me know if yours has that or if it's just mine, because I've done everything in my power to make that not there, and it just won't go away. It's stuck like that, and it's just, it's annoying as hell. But yeah. Overall, I really love this figure. I'm gonna bump him up to an S tier, actually. I am gonna bump up Kingdom Warpath to an S tier. I think I had him in A tier before, but I think I'm bumping him up to an S tier. I think he is really freaking phenomenal now that I have mastered his transformation. So, there you go, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more of me talking about robots that turn into things in the future. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.